So guys, Megan Thee Stallion made a speech at the Pete and Thomas Foundation Gala last night, and some people felt like it was a little shady towards Nicki Minaj, since Nicki Minaj doesn't like the CEO of Rock Nation. You guys go ahead and listen to what Megan Estagen had to say.
I want to give a round of applause to Desiree, Perez.
People on social media were saying things like Nicki Minaj is gonna crash out when she see this. At the end of the day, Megan Thee Stallion doesn't have beef with Desiree Perez. She's literally signed to Rock Nation. She doesn't have beef with her. That is Nicki Minaj beef with Desiree Perez. But anyways, you guys, let me know thoughts and opinions on that. Well, moving on to the next topic. You guys know Nicki Minaj has been going on a Twitter rant, and she ended up getting into it with SZA. So SZA dropped some receipts that Nicki Minaj wanted to be on a SZA track. So Nicki Minaj had responded to a video where it seems as if Rihanna was ignoring SZA, and she said, "Lol, these be the fake girls. Girls who talk-ish, but will run you down for a photo or do. Is like this on camera to pretend they're not the hater they really are." I wonder what she's lying about to the interviewer. Man, it's so freeing to really be yourself. Einer justice for Desiree. Now, after this is when SZA dropped the receipts. SZA said, "Nicki, you absolutely know my music and what I contribute, cause you've asked for a features twice to no response, in addition to rapping my lyrics on feeling myself cooking up the bass, looking like a kilo. Elo, you're having a moment. I'm not sure why, but be blessed." So, as you guys can see, these messages are from 5 years ago. Nicki Minaj said, "Hey, it's Nicki." Someone responded said, "Minaj, yeah, how are you?" "I'm good, money. What's popping and congrats on order?" Nicki Minaj then says, "Thank you. It's still a recording right now. Got this hook I think she would be dope on." Someone responded and said, "Yes, she heavy into her album. Send it." And Nicki Minaj responded and said, "Okay, I'll just send the hook first. If she F with it, I'll send the files to an email. Give me a second." Somebody responded and said, "Bet." And you can see Nicki Minaj sent it, and it says hook and outro. So sis basically dropped receipts like, "Yeah, you say you don't know my music, but you wanted to be on my songs, or you want me to be on your songs." And she asked twice. But I would like to know you guys' thoughts and opinions on this. Now, when SZA did do this, the Barbs were dragging her like, "Oh, these messages are from 5 years ago." And some people like, "Hey, receipts are receipts." But like I said, I would like to know you guys' thoughts and opinions on this down in the comment section below, because Nick Manod says she didn't know SZA's music. And then Sis is like, "Hey, you wanted to be on my song, or you wanted me to be on your song. So you do know my music." But like I said, I want to know you guys' thoughts and opinions on this down in the comment section below. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.
I just clapped back at Nicki Minaj 1 hour ago saying, "Nicki, you absolutely know my music and what I contribute because you've asked for features twice to no response. In addition to rapping my lyrics on feeling myself, cooking up that bass, looking like a kilo. LOL, you're having a moment. I'm not sure why, but be blessed." Followed by a screenshot of what appears to be Nicki hitting SZA's management up, saying, "Hey, how are ya? I'm good, money, what's poppin', and congrats are in order. Thank you, is SZA recording right now. Got this hook I think she would be dope on. Yeah, she's heavy into her album, send it." Now, this was in response to this tweet Nicki made of this repost of SZA basically at the Met Gala trying to get a picture with Rihanna, but Rihanna's like walking away from her. To which Nicki said, "LOL, these be the fake girls who talk shit but will run you down for a photo or do shit like this on camera to pretend they're not the hater they really are." I wonder what she was lying about to the interviewer. Man, it's so freeing to really be yourself. He also took straight jabs at SZA, even adding her in this tweet saying, calling someone a clown while drawing freckles on your face and telling the magazine they were real, pretending that was your hair. Wait, who really the clown? I don't think Nicki has seen that recent reply that we just read of SZA, so just wait till Nicki gets a hold of that.
I'm not trying to be messy when I say this, but imagine screaming that you're an icon but you ain't never won a Grammy. Imagine talking about somebody getting work done and you've had your entire body except for your face maybe done, reconstructed. Imagine saying how somebody isn't talented and they're yodeling, but you requested a feature from them. Imagine all these things, and then you still got people fighting in the comments saying that you're the original of anything, knowing that the original Queen Bee was Little Kim, who you imitated, copied, and then tried to humble her. And now look at how karma has come around for you. Just imagine these things. I'm not one to be messy, but I'm just trying to do the math, because the math ain't mathing. But y'all have a good day, and you do with that what you will. Be blessed.
Here's the thing. I think what Nicki Minaj has taught me is that to truly reach the pinnacle of greatness, you have to transcend above competitive spirit. And before all the competitors come in and try to jump me, I think that there's a difference between winning something and reaching the pinnacle of greatness. It's one thing to be the best at something at a point in time. It's another thing to be known as the example of greatness in something. Because when you think about it, competition and comparison go hand in hand. When you are in competition, it requires you to send energy out instead of calling energy into yourself. It requires you to be thinking about your opponent, strategizing against them, worried about what they're doing, knowing what their moves might be. All of those things are taking time away from focusing on you, yourself, and your craft. So when we think about Nicki, someone who was at the absolute top of their field for years, but with very little competition. The minute that Cardi came in and opened the floodgates for other female rappers to start coming in, it's almost like Nicki's focus was so much on everyone else and everyone else's lane, because the competitive spirit was like, I have to be the best. Let me pay attention to what they're doing. Let me focus on what they're doing. Instead of calling that energy into self and building on a legacy that was already there, a legacy that really should have been like infallible. And she is the one that is disintegrating that legacy, because the emphasis on everybody else and what they're doing and what they have going on has completely pulled her out of herself. Like, you are Nicki Minaj, a hip-hop icon. There should have never, ever, ever been room for her in her head, in her heart, to be so focused on new girls coming in and allowing yourself to be in competition with them that you have done so much damage to your own legacy. Because when I think about Beyonce, and I promise it's not my intent to pit them against each other. However, when you think about Beyonce, I think that Beyonce herself is only focused on herself. She's not in competition. She does not allow what any and everybody else is doing. Her constant focus is Beyonce. How am I focused on my craft? How am I doing better at the thing that I am great at? That is what her focus is. That is where her energy is dedicated to. And we have seen this woman be in another stratosphere. While Nicki is on Twitter going at any and everybody. It's scary. It's really scary to me how that can even happen. And I just don't know if there's a better representation of comparison being the thief of joy, because joy does not seem to be in the room with us when it comes to that.
What did this prove? See, I won't leave myself out of this. But let me say this, people gonna be like, why you trying to take a side? You trying to take a side? Look, let me tell you something. The reason why I can't ever really just hate on Nicki Minaj, bitch, I can't hate on somebody that I was trying to be like. Bitch, I'm a nigga no more, nigga, love wasn't scared, nigga. Baby, I was a rapper. And baby, you couldn't tell me I wasn't Nicki Minaj 2.0. So I could never hate on a bitch I was trying to be like. So let's make that clear. Let's make it clear. But anyway, this right here only proves Nicki's point. Like, just on some real stuff. Like, if y'all have ever, y'all gotta look at it as your life and how your ex-best friend or somebody you used to fool with used to move, and how, you know, have you ever had a friend who gotta recruit other bitches to not like you. This is this situation. This only proves that why Nicki tried to work with you and you didn't respond. So what was the beef? What was this beef in the first place? If she tried to reach out to you and then you can't, that girl, for you to try to make it seem like this girl don't write her own shit, you lying with a receipt. SZA, how you gonna lie with a receipt? I'm not understanding. That line that you wrote because everybody know you a songwriter and that's why Nicki wanted to work with you in the first place, because you a talented songwriter. Like, bitch, she was giving you your credit. Cooking up the bass looking like a kilo. Girl, that was the bridge of the song. You wrote Beyonce part. What are you talking about? Like, what you only it just like that Lotto situation. Y'all, when Lotto recorded Nicki, all these hoes are agents. Cause one person don't like that person, they gonna team up every time. They gonna always make you, the friend that know the truth, look like a fool. That's how some of y'all baby daddies have y'all looking. When I saw what Lotto did in that Nicki situation, the fact that Nicki was trying to work with Lotto and shit like that, it's hard for Nicki to work with any female because motherfuckers already been putting a battery in their back, already talking about her in the first place. So, SZA, the question is, why did you turn down? Like, what made you turn it down in the first place if she was trying to work with you? So, what a beef was it in the first place? Like, see, I be thinking outside the box. This only proves Nicki point. Y'all don't like her. All y'all got Nicki Minaj in y'all group chat. For what? This shit was 2020. And the reason why I would never like SZA on some real shit, because I love Rihanna. Rihanna don't like SZA. I don't like SZA. Rihanna don't like SZA. I don't like SZA. I'm just gonna keep it like that. Rihanna, I'm a Rihanna fan. And SZA don't like Rihanna. And Rihanna don't fuck with her. And I don't fuck with SZA. Have a good day.